golden and crispy, my Puff Pastry Bundles are a flavor trifecta. Asparagus, prosciutto, and Gruyere cheese combined in just 4 steps. Roll, cut, wrap, and bake. Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. Today, our celebration is all about asparagus. We're making my asparagus and prosciutto bundles. Let's get started. Asparagus and prosciutto bundles. This is a great dish. It could be a nice first course. It could be a little appetizer. It could be a really nice lunch with a bowl of soup or a little salad. Wonderful dish. Let's get started. First thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 425 Fahrenheit, which is 220 Celsius. Your next step is you want to take a nice big sheet pan and line it with parchment paper. Now let's talk asparagus. I have in my bowl here a big bunch. It's about a pound or 450 grams. This is fresh asparagus, and I've just trimmed off the woody ends. Now, this is a case where you don't want to use the big, thick asparagus. You want to use the thinner kind because the big, thick ones won't cook enough in this dish. We need to add some flavors. I'm going to start with a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm using regular olive oil today instead of extra virgin. Why? Because regular olive oil has a higher smoke point than the extra virgin does. The extra virgin oil, it would start to burn and it might get bitter. Next up, we're going to add some salt and pepper. And we just want to give this a toss and just let it marinate for a few minutes while we keep working. Now let's talk puff pastry. I love puff pastry. I buy it at the store and we're going to use frozen store-bought puff pastry. This is how it comes. Could you make your own? Yeah, but that takes an awful long time. So buy it frozen. First we want to flour our board. Just like this. We're going to unfold this. And we want to roll this out. Now you don't need to make it giant, but you want to make it a little bigger than it is. Very simple. Just gently roll it in all directions, back and forth, and then this way. Now it may not stay as perfectly square as you like, but that's okay. The recipe calls for 12 bundles. I'm only making 6 today, so all I need to do is cut this into 6 pieces. Easier than you think, because you still can see the seams from where it was folded. I like to use a pizza wheel to cut this. Right there. There's 3. And 6. Now, don't worry if they're not perfectly square or rectangle, it will be fine. Our next ingredient is prosciutto ham. Now, what is prosciutto? This is what it looks like. This is an Italian ham that is dry cured but not smoked, and it comes sliced very thinly. We just need 1 slice for each bundle. You take a slice and you fold it so it fits in the bundle. Just like that. And then you place it on an angle so it's pointing towards the corner. I'll do another. Next up is our asparagus. We just need to put 3 or 4 spears on each bundle. Again, we want them pointing towards the corner and actually the tips hanging over a little bit. Just like that. Next up is cheese. I have here 8 ounces or 230 grams of Gruyere cheese that I've shredded. Gruyere is a wonderful cheese. It's related to Swiss cheese. It's very melty and nutty, and it's a great match with asparagus and ham. We just need to put a tablespoon or so on each one. Now comes the fun part. We need to wrap these up. All we have to do is lift two of the opposite corners of the puff pastry and wrap them around it and then seal. I'll show you. This corner first, and that corner. Give it a little press. I'll show you another one. Wrap this up. And it's okay if it stretches a little bit. Give it a little press. And onto our sheet pan. Here we are. Now I've done these all and I've sealed them together. If you start to see them coming apart, don't panic. Just rewrap it and give it a little squeeze and it'll stay together. You could also wet your fingertips and help it to stick as well. But our next step is also going to help keep this sealed. We're going to brush these with an egg wash. An egg wash is simply an egg that's been beaten up with a little water or milk. And this is going to do a couple of things for us. It's going to make them shiny and golden. And as I said, it's going to help them stick together. You just need a light coating, just like that. All right, these are almost ready for the oven. One more step. I want to give them a little bit more salt and pepper on the outside. All right, these are going to go into the oven, 425 Fahrenheit to 220 Celsius, and they're going to bake until the puff pastry is golden and puffed up, which is 12 to 15 minutes. So off to the oven. Here we are out of the oven, and look how beautiful they are. Golden brown, the pastry is all puffed up, the asparagus is cooked, and the cheese is all melty inside. Let's have a taste. Here we go. You know what? It's just us. I'm going to pretend this is finger food. Don't tell anyone. Let's just go in. Look at that. You can pick it up. Even the bottom is nice and crispy. Here we go. Wow. It's crunchy. It's complex. You get a little saltiness from the ham and the cheese, and then that brightness from the asparagus. All these great textures, the crunchy pastry. The asparagus is still a little crisp. It's not mushy. I think today I'll wash it down with a little rosé of Merlot. All right, as always, if you like this episode and maybe you've learned something, do us a favor and sign up for our newsletter. While you're at it, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell, and you'll never miss an episode. Now, I'm going to go take a little break and devour this. While I do that, I want you to watch some of these episodes over here. So until next time, everyone, cheers.